Hi, a very good evening to all of you. Today we are going to discuss this particular question, and this question is uh, an expected question for this month for the Real IELTS examination. We do have a list of expected questions um that we expect. So let's go ahead with the question in detail. Nowadays, many people choose to be self-employed rather than to work for a company or organization. So this is the statement part. It means compared to the older days, we do have more and more people choosing to be their own bosses rather than working under a boss. So they would like to be their own boss, that is self-employment. Whatever the activity is, whatever the profession is, if it is a business or trade or a profession like medicine, whatever it is. So more and more people are seen employed self. Why are there more individual clinics which treat patients rather than big hospitals where doctors work? Why there are smaller clinics, dental clinics, physiotherapy centers, self businesses are seen? Why is these things? Why more self-employment organization, what self-employment is becoming popular? Why is it so? So if I underline this thing, why might this be the case, means it is definitely the advantages. It's because of the benefits that it may give them. They go for that. So why is this be the case, means it's advantages. So it is advantages. Another thing is disadvantages. So what exactly is the advantage? What exactly is the disadvantage? So there is no personal question. There is no personal opinion question here. We just need to analyze the situation, and we just need to say these are all the advantages, and we just need to say these are all the disadvantages. We don't need to say any personal opinion at any point of this essay. It's just ideas, general ideas, what we need to say. What exactly is the reason why people work, why people are self-employed? It means the advantages of self-employment. See this thing in a general sense. What you can say rationally, what are the advantages? See the other side. Present it in 2 paragraphs. Give a proper introduction. Give a proper conclusion. And that's it. We have done the essay. So the format is very clear. Now, let us go ahead in detail how we write the introduction of this particular essay. More and more people are seen creating their own career or businesses instead of working under companies or firms as they did in the past. So it's dealing with today. So it's not in the past. What they have done in the past is different. In the past, they used to work under a firm or an organization. But now, more and more people are seen creating their own career or businesses instead of working under companies or firms. Now, what is the thing here? Why might this the case. Yes, the biggest advantage of this is earning money independently. So if you analyze the biggest advantage of self-employed, then we can definitely say that you can earn money independently. And now, what is the biggest disadvantage? Suffering financial losses is its greatest disadvantage. So we have the biggest advantage, we have the biggest disadvantage too. What earning money is the biggest independent earning money independently is the biggest advantage. We just see biggest advantage in the introduction. We might say other reasons in the paragraph, but we have to see the greatest thing there. That is independent earning of money. Another thing is when you go over the opposite side, the disadvantages, we are expected to face some financial crisis, financial losses. But this is what this thing is. So the introduction is very clear, the topic is addressed, and we have addressed the biggest advantage and the biggest advantage. Both are the same. It's all related to money. Now, when we have, as we have told, we have two paragraphs. One is the advantage paragraph. Another one is the disadvantage paragraph. The best part of being self-employed is that a person can create a favorable platform for earning money as he desires. As he desires, he can earn money. So when you are employed by yourself, as you wish, you can earn money. The desire, if you want to earn money more, you need to work more because it is your own company. Now, to be precise, companies usually admit employees after signing an agreement with them to pay them a fixed salary on specific date. So when an employee needs to get money, he will be getting the money from the company only at a specific date, and that will be a specific amount as per the agreement which he has signed in the appointment letter. As there is a contract between the employee and the employer based on the salary and the date of salary, all these things. This situation is different when a person decides to be self-employed. No, I have to say that even if the company is earning good, the salary is fixed for the employee because the agreement is like that. The contract is like that. But when a person is self-employed, he be getting the complete control over this area, the money, the whole money. So if he is earning, if the business, if the activity he does is a success, he be getting a lot of money and he has the full authority over this particular money. So this is the biggest, he's having the independence to handle this money. And this does not happen in a company if you are an employee in a company. We have some other benefits. One is the freedom of decision making, altering the way of operations, flexible timings. You have a myriad of advantages of being self-employed. These are some of them other than money. You'll be getting a better job satisfaction. You won't be working in a toxic work atmosphere. You'll be having flexible schedules. You'll be having your own convenient time to work and out of work. So you have a lot of benefits if you see in case of self-employment. Now, as a coin has two sides. So this particular phrase, the best part, it means the advantage. This gives you an idea that you are going to see the advantage. This gives you an idea that is the darker side, so that we are going to see something disadvantage because we are mentioning darker side. To explain it further, when a person fails to succeed in the activity he is involved in, whether in a profession like engineering or business like retail trade, he'll become the sole loser, and all the financial obligation will be bestowed on him. If that person, if a single person, so in self-employment, one single person is the person who is investing in, and if he is suffering the loss, the total responsibility is bestowed on that person only, nothing else. No one else is to bear the responsibility of the loss. He is the loser. That is the biggest risk. As competition is high in any money gaining activity, whether it is teaching, nursing, whatever it is, the vulnerability of self-employment is too high. Now, you know that competition is tight everywhere. The risk is also higher. In the modern industry, we do have a very tight competition. In case of organizations, they have strategies to overcome this crisis. But when in case of a self-employed person, it will be really a challenging situation to overcome this crisis alone. Money is a big problem again. Whether the company is running successfully or not, if your activity, if you are doing self-employed, whether the activity is going on smooth, whether it is successful or whether it is suffering loss, an employee in a firm gets a fixed salary. In a company, the employee gets fixed, whether the company is suffering loss or whether the company is gaining profit, you be getting fixed salary. But in case of self-employment, it's subjected to the performance. If I perform well, then you be getting more money. If you perform bad, you be getting less money. And this is something which makes it really risky. And this is what we can see in the first two paragraphs, the advantages and disadvantages. And here it is the conclusion, just a sentence. Being one's own employer has multiple benefits, like financial gains. However, it is interesting that the same aspect makes it vulnerable. So the financial aspects makes people, more and more people, to get self-employed. The same financial aspects is the risk which is involved in this particular area. And that is the end of this particular. This is people classify this question as advantages, disadvantages question. If asked whether it's an advantages, disadvantages question, I can definitely say, of course, it is an advantage, disadvantages question. If someone asks it, is it an idea generation question, whether you have to state the general opinion, I should say of course it is an idea generation question. You are just assessing the situation from outside, no involvement in that. So I am not going to get involved in the essay. I have no right to say personal opinion anywhere in the essay. I have not done that. And that's very crucial in answering this particular question. So you have to answer the question superficially from outside in a general focus. And that's the end of the explanation here.